Hey guys. Okay, so lots to talk about. Um, since I last made a video, it's actually a mess. Everything's like really cluttered today, but so last video, I think I said I had a date on Tuesday. Yeah. So today is Saturday, just so you know. So I had a date on Tuesday with this guy and a different guy from the other one from the weekend before. And he was really nice and sweet and funny, and I feel like we got along, but like, sorry, it's my phone. I feel like we got along, but like there wasn't chemistry, you know, and we went to get ramen and then we went to get ice cream, and then when we said goodbye he like leaned in for a kiss and I was like, okay, you know, like a little peck, whatever. Dude was like, okay, can we discuss this? Can we discuss the guys, I don't know, getting wrong signals or being way too aggressive on a first date? Like, if you're gonna kiss me on a first date, um first of all, you should be seeing if I'm receptive to it. Two, I'm not expecting a full makeout session unless it's like, I don't know. I don't even know. It's so, you know, whatever. Like the date with the other guy, he gave me a really sweet kiss and that was it, and it was perfect. And then this guy was like trying to swallow my face. Like, he went to kiss me and I went in for a peck, and then there was lips for like 2 seconds, and then lips gone, and like he was just trying to like tongue me down, and I kind of had to just pull away, and it was awkward. It was so awkward. It didn't really help that he was like a terrible kisser. He really was. Yeah. Apparently he thought it went really well, because then he texted me like 2 days later asking me when he's gonna see me again. He's been texting me, and I'm trying to like find a way to politely, you know, kind of be like, nah, I'm not that interested. Yeah, awkward. Then yesterday I went on a date with the first guy. I told sorry, I do that sometimes. I get tripped up on my words. My mind is thinking further ahead than my lips can follow. I had a date with a guy that I went to see on Saturday of last week. Um, he was a magician, so my friend started calling him Magic Guy. So I guess that's how we'll refer to him when I talk about him here. So I had a date with Magic Guy. And I met him after work. We went to get sushi. And then we went to the Angelica to catch a random spontaneous movie, which is really fun. I don't remember the last time I just went to a movie theater and said, you know, oh hey, there's a movie that started 5 minutes ago, right now. We don't know anything about it. Let's just run in and see it. And that was kind of fun. And, you know, we were both a little because we had bad days at work. Apparently neither of us slept well the night before, and like, you know, whatever. Then it was around 10 o'clock, and he's like, well, all day we've been having this argument back and forth about him kicking my ass in video games. Yeah, whatever. So he was like, oh, do you want to come back to my place and so I can kick your ass in video games? So I was like, yeah, sure, because he lives in Queens and I live in Queens, so it actually was probably like a easier thing than to go home all the way from the city. So I went back to his place, and it was really cool. He has a lot of really cool stuff, and he's a total geek like I am, even though he's totally denying it, but he is. And no video games were played. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. Yeah. It was nice. I mean, it wasn't anything I was planning on doing, and I don't want anyone to judge me for, oh, like, you slept with the guy on the second date, because first of all, we've been talking for like a few weeks before our first date, and second of all, you know, I don't think that in this day and age people should be judged by what decisions they make if they make them and feel okay about them. And I feel like everyone's adults, so you can choose what you want to do when you want to do it. I also don't believe in stupid rules like, oh, you don't until the third date, or like, where guys say, oh, it has to happen like between 3 and 6 dates, and if it doesn't happen, I like dump her ass because, you know, I'm not getting any, or whatever. Like, those rules are dumb. You know, we're all adults. We should do what we feel is right and do what we feel like doing at the time. And that's what I felt like doing. So, um, but it was really nice. He's an amazing kisser, and the whole thing was really nice. And then afterwards, he's like, wow, that's not what I was expecting. And I was like, oh God, I'm thinking to myself, what does that mean, you know? So I'm like, what is, you know, I'm laughing. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? He's like, well, you know, he's like, we all have our, like, standards that we set so we're not disappointed. And, he's like, but I wasn't expecting that. And he's like, that's a good thing. I was like, okay. So, I don't know, maybe I come off really, I guess I come off kind of innocent, or like I'm not really that experienced in sex because, one, I look young, and I am just kind of a smiley, dorky girl. I'm not, I don't think I carry myself in this, oh, I'm so hot and whatever sort of way. So, I think maybe guys don't expect the way that I am in bed. I don't know. It's weird. But I guess that was a good reaction. So, you know, then he offered to pay for a cab for me to get home because it was like 2:30 in the morning when I was leaving. Or no, it was like 2 in the morning. But the bus to my house that leaves me off like a block away was literally right there, like 3 blocks from his place. And it was only a 15-minute bus ride. I felt bad. I mean, he paid for everything else. I'm so low maintenance and so, like, not, you know, I don't feel like I always wanted someone to pay for me all the time. So I told him I felt bad. I would just catch the bus. So he waited at the bus stop with me, and I headed home and let him know I got home. And you know, I mean, things have been good. I guess I had that whole, when I got home, like, oh crap, now this is the moment, you know? This is the moment where you sleep with a guy and now you gotta wait and see, is he a jerk? And he just, you know, was just trying to get in your pants and he's gonna disappear? Or, you know, is he actually gonna wanna see you again or whatever? But as of right now, things seem to be okay. I mean, like, he we spoke a little when I got home, and then like he texted me today a few times. So yeah, um, yeah. I do. I really like him. I like him. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to get too. Right now, I'm kind of have a wall up. You know, with everything that happened with my ex and with being in a 4-year relationship, I kind of have a wall up. So I don't really feel like I want to get too emotionally like gaga over him. But he's incredibly intelligent, and I like that a lot. And he's still a total geek. And I was ogling over. He has these replicas of the DeLorean from Back to the Future from the first and second movie, and like I love stuff like that. Like behind the camera right now is a whole bunch of Buffy statues and busts, and you know, so I am just as big of a dork with stuff like that. And so I liked that we kind of clicked on that level too. And not gonna lie, you know, he did a few of his other magic tricks at dinner, and like, I don't know, it is such a turn on. It really is. But yeah, and he's really good looking, and I really like him. Okay, sorry I got pulled away before Chinese food came, so I had to go answer the door. So that's why I ran out the door. Anyway, basically, to sum up what I was saying was just that, yeah, I really like this guy as far as personality goes, and he's intelligent, and he's fun to be around, and yeah, he's attractive, and, you know, I hope everything goes smoothly. I think all of us women have that moment the day after we were like, okay, are things gonna keep going alright, or is this guy just like, you know, gonna disappear? And of course, it's in the back of my head, but I still don't regret, what happened. That's about it. So, I'm just hanging inside. Raining outside. It's miserable. And it's been so cold this spring. It's in the 40s right now, and it's really cold. That's it. So, I hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend. And if anything happens with him, and or anything else in my life, you guys know, I'll give you an update. All right.